Tonight on the controversy surrounding the government's phone surveillance. The whistleblower behind the leaks has come forward. He says he has no intention of hiding because he's done nothing wrong.
And I'm willing to go on.
Britain's Guardian newspaper is identifying 29-year-old American Edward Snowden as the person who leaked information about government surveillance.
But I, sitting at my desk, certainly had the authorities to wiretap anyone from you or your accountant to a federal judge to even the president if I had a personal email.
The Guardian says Snowden worked in Hawaii for government contractor Booz Allen Hamilton as an NSA systems administrator.
I'm just another guy who sits there day to day in the office, watches what's happening, and goes, this is something that's not our place to decide. The public needs to decide whether these programs and policies are right or wrong.
A spokesman for the Director of National Intelligence issued a statement acknowledging the Guardian report, but declined any further comment because the matter has been referred to the Justice Department. Last week, President Obama said NSA programs that examine phone and internet records only look at what's called metadata and do not target individual Americans without a court order.
Nobody is listening to your telephone calls. That's not what this program's about.
CBS News national security analyst Juan Zarate believes Snowden may be overstating what he had access to.
But there's no question that the National Security Agency, the U.S. government, has access to lots of information, and these leaks have revealed the big data that it has access to.
Snowden says he knows these disclosures have put him at risk. He's now reportedly in Hong Kong. The Department of Justice also issued a statement saying it is in the initial stages of an investigation into the unauthorized disclosure of classified information by an individual with authorized access.
In the days since the information became public knowledge, lawmakers have spoken out for and against the national security efforts. WHNT News 19's Daniela Parolon spoke with Congressman Mo Brooks. She joins us now live from the newsroom. Daniela?
Well, Carson, Congressman Brooks has made it clear in the past that national security and defense is of the utmost importance. However, he sees this sweeping information grab as cause for concern.
We're going to have more vigorous than we've ever had before between the kind of information that the National Security Agency, the CIA, and others are trying to acquire versus a desire to prevent New York City or Washington, D.C. or Redstone Arsenal from being subject to a weapon of mass destruction.
In the United States, there is an ever-present tension between security and liberty. But when it comes to the National Security Agency's acquisition of millions of Americans' Verizon phone records, Congressman Mo Brooks says another issue comes into play: trust.
If they aren't going to tell us the truth on Benghazi and similar types of issues, then it tends to undermine the trust that is necessary for we the people to bestow upon the government the information gathering capabilities that they demand, they say, in order to protect us.
Brooks says when they return to Washington, he hopes Congress will take action to limit the information available for scrutiny.
Until such time as there's a restoration of the breach of trust that has arisen.
However, Senator John McCain defended the NSA, saying lawmakers have no ground to stand on if they disapprove of the NSA's actions.
We passed the Patriot Act. We passed specific provisions of the act that allowed for this program to take place, to be enacted in operation. Now, if members of Congress did not know what they were voting on, then I think that that's their responsibility a lot more than it is the government's.
Now, Senator Rand Paul has seen this as such a breach of citizens' privacy that he has promised to file a class action lawsuit. Brooks says no matter what happens, this issue of privacy versus safety is one that isn't going away and will always be hotly debated. Live in the newsroom, Daniela Parolon, WHNT News 19.